Hello, welcome to Biography TV. If you're new here, please subscribe and turn on the notification so you don't miss our next video. Biography of Félix Tshisekedi. Félix Antoine Tshisekedi Tshilombo was born in Kinshasa on the 13th of June 1963 to his mother Martha and his father Etienne Tshisekedi, who served as Prime Minister of Zaire in the 1990s. It was his father who created the Union for Democracy and Social Progress (UDPS) in the early 1980s. He publicly opposed Mobutu, which made the latter put him under house arrest. Mobutu forced Tshisekedi to join his father in house arrest in central Kasai, their village. This made Tshisekedi put his studies on hold. In 1985, Mobutu authorized their entire family to leave Kasai. Tshisekedi traveled to Brussels, Belgium, where he worked odd jobs and became an active UDPS militant. He became the UDPS National Secretary for External Relations in late 2008 and in November 2011. He won a seat in the National Assembly representing the city Mbujimai in Kasai Oriental Province. To the surprise of many, Tshisekedi did not take the seat, complaining that the election was fraudulent. His mandate was invalidated for not showing up. In May 2013, Tshisekedi turned down another position. It was an offer to be a secretary at the Independent National Electoral Commission (CENI). He turned down the offer because CENI's Article 17 excludes membership for those who are members of a political formation. The ambitious Tshisekedi wasn't willing to put his political career on hold as he became the Vice Secretary General of the UDPS in October 2016. He lost his father on the 1st of February 2017 and on the 31st of March 2018, he was elected to lead the UDPS. It was on the same day the party selected him as the presidential candidate in the general election that took place on the 30th of December 2018. It was announced on the 10th of January 2019 that Tshisekedi was the elected president of the Democratic Republic of the Congo. He defeated Martin Fayulu and Emmanuel Ramazani Shadary, despite the support that the latter got from outgoing president Joseph Kabila, who had been president for 18 years. Fayulu, the runner-up, alleged rigging and challenged the election results. The Constitutional Court dismissed the challenge on the 19th of January. He was officially sworn in as president on the 24th of January 2019 and assumed office the next day. Tshisekedi's ascension to power marked the first time since Congo's independence that an incumbent president peacefully transferred power to the opposition. On the 13th of March 2019, he signed a decree to pardon about 700 prisoners, including political opponents of Kabila. In early 2019, there were negotiations between Tshisekedi and the Kabila-run Common Front for Congo (FCC) coalition that controls the National Assembly and Senate. In late April, Jeune Afrique, a French-language Pan-African weekly news magazine, reported that Kabila proposed to the president the mining company executive Albert Yuma as a candidate for prime minister. Yuma was a vibrant supporter of the new mining code adopted in 2018, which put the DRC in dispute with international mining companies. But Tshisekedi was under foreign pressure not to appoint him. The Civil Society of South Kivu too had a recommendation. It recommended the president's chief of staff, Vital Kamerhe, as prime minister. During the months that these recommendations came in, Tshisekedi kept working with ministers of the former President Kabila's government. It was at this time that he also had to combat the Ebola outbreak in the country. In March, he began a program to improve infrastructure, education, housing, transport, communication, water, health, and agriculture. Kabila still had some influence on his administration, as most of the provincial governors were affiliated to him. On the 20th of May 2019, Tshisekedi agreed with the FCC coalition and Joseph Kabila to appoint a civil servant, Sylvester Ilunga, as prime minister. Ilunga too, as suggested in many quarters, was an ally of Kabila who began his political career in the 1970s and had held a number of cabinet posts under the regime of the former dictator Mobutu Sese Seko. In late July 2019, Tshisekedi reached a deal with the parliament to form a new government. This deal led to Ilunga's new cabinet having 65 members, 48 ministers and 17 vice ministers, which were divided between the Kabila-aligned FCC and Tshisekedi's CACH alliance. The majority of the ministries went to the FCC, including 3 of the 6 most important ones: Defense, Justice and Finance, while the Foreign Affairs, Interior and Budget portfolios were assigned to the president's allies. This raises the question of whether power was actually transferred to the opposition. What have we missed out of this biography of Tshisekedi? Let know in the comment section. Will it be ridiculous to subscribe to our channel? If no, please like this video, share and subscribe to our channel.